Hello LifeProofers. Today we're here in beautiful San Diego and we're going to talk about mounts. That's mounts for your bike, mounts for your belt clip, mounts for your armband, and mounts for the GoPro. So let's have some fun today. We're going to do things even making your own steady cams and tripods out of cheap broomsticks. This is going to be fun. So let's look at three of our LifeProof mounts. We have our belt clip, which can attach to all variety of belts. We have our bar mount, which can be used on handlebars such as motorcycles, jet skis, snowmobiles, bicycles, mountain bikes, road bikes, and we can even do some interesting things with this with tripods and on a pole. And then we have our armband, which is really universal in that you can use it both in salt water, fresh water, or of course on land if you're into running, jogging, or using it at the gym. Let's have a look at our armband mount here. Very, very comfortable. It'll adjust to fit virtually any size arm. And we have a latch here which very easily releases the phone. So when we drop it in, nice positive snap in. There's a locking mechanism here on the bottom, so if I want to lock it, so I'm doing big wave surfing and I don't want there to be any possibility of it coming out of the mount, I can set that lock. I'll unlock it here. This is one of the few mounts, I haven't seen any others available at all for the iPhone, where you can literally pick up a call. Hi, how you doing? Go straight from that, snap it straight back in. Very versatile, very easy to use. In fact, you can see that I've got it mounted upside down. And that's so it's very convenient when I press the button here, that displays the correct orientation for me to be able to look at. And the speaker and microphone are right here, so if I'm surfing and I want to be able to maybe talk speakerphone while I'm in the lineup, I can simply use the hands-free mic there like this. Let's take out the iPhone, we'll put in some headphones here. So take out our little protective keeper. Put it into the holder here on the cord. Now plug it into the headphone connector. Drop it back in. Put the cable behind me so it's out of my way. And now I'm good to go surfing or swimming or running or whatever I want to do. Very, very simple, very, very comfortable and very easy to use. In fact, I'll see you a little later.
Hello? So as you can see, it's really easy to take your phone in and out, and I was able to answer a call really easily. Just snaps right in there, and you can take this running or snowboarding or surfing, whatever you want to do. It's really comfortable to wear, and it's really great for if you have it like this, then you can just take it out really easily.
This is our LifeProof belt clip, and it's got a lot more uses than you'd think. Of course, you can put it onto a belt, onto a duty belt, or really any size belt you have. We have multiple clips included, but you can also just simply clip it onto your pants. Of course, a lot of women will clip it onto their handbag straps as well. You can put it on your backpacks. There's many different places you can use it. And when you do put your phone in there, we just pan down, you see that it just snaps in very easily. When I pull it out, it comes out very simply, but most interestingly, I can actually put the phone in the opposite way as well, which leaves the phone facing out. With the phone facing out, you're free to continue videoing, nobody's going to know that you're filming, and naturally you're protecting the screen from any kinds of impacts or scratches here. Now we have a locking mechanism on all of our mounts right here, and you can see that when it's in the locked position, I cannot open the mount here. It just simply keeps it safely secured. Snap it back open again, and when I do eject it, you can see it's actually presenting the phone into my hand as I lift it up. Very versatile. In fact, there's other uses for it too. If I were to take a piece of board like this, it's a molding which I have whittled with a little pocket knife, and now I can take it and snap the mount into it, put the phone in, and it becomes a very simple mount which I can lift up. If you've got a crowd and you're trying to see over a high crowd to get a good shot, obviously you can get those shots very well. If you want to get some low shots, you obviously can hold it, and as I'm holding it, this keeps the camera very, very stable and steady. I can film out this side from the rear camera. You can see the space we have right here, as well as from the front. And you'll see that as we do some underwater shots, we'll be able to do some very interesting things with this pole. This is the bar mount. And it of course can be attached to the stem, to the bar, any kind of round pole device, whether it's on a jet ski, a snowmobile, motorcycle, mountain bike, road bike, whatever you have. Very easy to attach. Now it also has a gimbal mount. So as I loosen it here, we can literally put it in landscape mode, portrait mode. I can adjust the tilt and the angle or the camber to any angle that I want, and when I have it in the place that I want, I simply tighten up the latch here. Then to put it in, simply drop the phone in. There's a locking mechanism here, so if you're going over any particularly rough terrain, there's no possibility of your phone being able to jump out. Unlock that again, open it up, and again you can just see how beautiful and simple the bar is to use. And of course when you're riding, everything is very convenient. It's right here. So if I hit my app, all my information's right here. If I happen to get a call, I can stop and pull over, pull the phone out, up to my ear, take the call right here at my ear, and then take the phone, and simply when I'm done with the call, place it back into the mount again, like that. This has got to be one of our most versatile accessories. It can be used for so many things, not just a bike bar or a motorcycle or those sorts of things. Very shortly I'll show you taking the bar mount and actually attaching it to a broomstick, literally a $6 broomstick, to create your own Steadicam and underwater camera rig, as well as a pole that you can use to shoot great shots when you're in a crowd. Well, let's have some fun with our bar mount. We're going to turn our bar mount into a Steadicam, a low shot mount, a high shot mount, and also an underwater camera. All out of this simple $5 broomstick which I bought at the hardware store. So this is the sort that normally screws into the end of a mop or something like that. I'm simply taking the bar mount, placing over the top. You can see how the latch does up here. We'll just adjust that to the correct position, snap that into place. Now we have a perfectly secure mount. You want to adjust it just so that the camera's pointing away from the mount here so it's not in shot. And now we've got this set up. It's simply a matter of taking our iPhone like this, snapping in, and of course the beauty of this is that you get your viewfinder here in beautiful full resolution on the back, your camera on the front, and you can see exactly what you're filming, which is something you cannot do with a GoPro. Let's start off with some Steadicam work here. So as you hold the pole, you'll feel a natural balance point at which the pole wants to neither tilt forward nor backward. And this is the center of balance at this point. When you've reached that position, you hold it gently with your hands. As you move or you run, it keeps the pole virtually perfectly still. Let me do a little bit of running here as I run this direction. And you can see that it keeps the camera amazingly still, virtually like a professional system. You'd pay $800 or more for a Steadicam. Let's just shoot a little bit of video again with that. So you'll be seeing exactly the same thing that I'm filming as I run. It's quite fluid and smooth as I'm walking, which makes for amazingly professional looking shots. So now we're going to use the pole in a pendulum fashion as a Steadicam for low shots. So Blue, let's say we go for a little run, huh? Want to come for a run? Let's go. Again, beautiful, nice, smooth, fluid motion on the steadying action of the camera here. And of course, if you had a crowd of people you're trying to see up over the top of, always lift up to get a nice high shot.
Lift again.
Next step, of course, is to take this underwater. Let's have some water fun with this. So I can take my iPhone, clip it in. Of course, I can clip it in any orientation that I want. And I'm going to start recording right now because let's go submarine. We're at the koi pond here at Balboa Park. There's a lot of fish, which we're going to see. They're all over there right now, but let's put the camera in and see if we can get their attention.
Here, bud.
Here we go. Going down, going down, going down.
Oh, no, they're still doing